Hey, it's Sarah, and welcome to today's video. We're going to look at your weekly forecast from March the 25th through the 31st of 2024. And I have included some mini scopes for all signs, so be sure and watch till the end. I'll be using Western astrology as well as intuitive insights to help you navigate this period and make the most of it. So let's get to the main event here. On Monday, we'll experience the latest Libra lunar eclipse. Imagine the sun and the moon standing on opposite sides. During a lunar eclipse, that's what happens. They line up in this type of way, causing strong emotions and making a time of significant change and transformation. Not that that sounds the least bit frightening, but yes. Eclipses are catalysts for change both in our personal lives and the world at large. Then we're going to notice the global changes. Since the eclipse occurs in Libra, the sign of relationships, commitments, connections, diplomacy, as well as all things fair and right and justice. Yeah, those are the issues that are going to be highlighted. And our connections to these fields or to relationships or to diplomacy or fairness and justice will also be very relevant during this time. The powerful full moon eclipse directs our attention to what needs to be addressed in our relationships, in our partnerships, in our commitments, and how we show up for others. And are we being fair? Are we being the best we can be in these relationships? And what about the other person? Are they showing up for us? So healthy connections, as I said, can just grow stronger during this time, while troubled ones may need some extra care, attention, and possibly need to be ended. We can expect powerful, intuitive downloads as well during this time. So pay attention to what your intuition is trying to tell you. Be on the lookout for synchronicities, repeating signs or symbols. Be aware of your dreams too during this time, because usually they are very interesting during an eclipse. Healthy relationships can deepen and become much more fulfilling during this time. You may feel closer to your partner, closer to your friends. You may notice that communication is flowing well, people are understanding you, and you just feel heard and appreciated and respected. And then this will lead to more harmony and happiness at home. And if a relationship isn't working well, someone's not respecting you or treating you right, or is keeping secrets or doing things they shouldn't be doing, it's likely to come to light during the time of the eclipse. The day before and the time of the eclipse, of course, are the strongest, but for the next week, we're going to see major changes. This will be in effect till the next eclipse next month. This is not just a small window. I would really say, too, that with this Libra energy, look at your relationships, and this includes your friendships as well. Are you being too forgiving? Because Libra is known for giving people multiple chances. Have you done that? Have you given someone multiple chances and they continue to disappoint you or continue to use you? If so, this is likely to be highlighted during this time. So if you've been procrastinating on a situation that needs to be addressed or a relationship that needs to end, the eclipse will likely take it out of your hands. You'll have to deal with it. During this period, it's important to work on maintaining peace and balance in our lives. And if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, this is a good time to take a break and work on self-care. Don't try and do everything and be everything for everyone over the course of the next month, okay? With these alignments, we might feel stress. And then the upcoming Mercury retrograde too could be, causing stress. Be sure, like I say, and work self-care into your schedule. The energy of the eclipse can be very transformative, and it can also bring about a lot of positive changes. We have Venus also in motion during this week, and that is going to kind of balance out a little bit of the tension in the air. But, Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. It's going to be a little extra focus there on relationships. As we look ahead, how will this week play out for all the signs? And it's not just the eclipse energy. Aries, the first eclipse of the year will have a significant impact on your relationship sector, bringing with it a heightened focus and a strong urge for change. Right now, we're in Aries season and the energy is very favorable for you, but you may be rethinking your current relationship. It may have developed at an unusually fast pace, and now you could be feeling like things may have progressed too quickly. And it's essential to acknowledge these feelings and talk them through with your partner. If the thought of your relationship exhausts you, it's a clear indication that something needs to be addressed. For single Aries natives, you may be somewhat nostalgic and looking over your past relationships and thinking about what you could have done differently, how things should have turned out thought maybe and they didn't, and just kind of going over the past and thinking about people from the past. It's clear that very soon you'll be ready for a relationship. I think what you're doing now is just thinking about what you want more of in your life and what you definitely don't want to encourage in your life. And additionally, Aries can anticipate an unexpected opportunity in their financial sector this week. So that's some good news, Aries. Taurus, the upcoming eclipse will take place in your 6th house, which relates to health, habits, and day-to-day responsibilities. You play very well with Libra energy, and Venus is your ruler. So this energy is going to be a little bit easier for you to understand. This celestial event serves as a gentle nudge for you to pay more attention to your well-being and your self-care routines. It's a great opportunity to start a dedicated self-care program and make positive change. If you're in a relationship that's out of balance around one person doing more than the other, and if you're pushing your basic needs to the back, trying to be everything for this other person, that's likely to be highlighted during this week. With the influence of the Venus energy, you might feel more inspired and motivated to take better care of yourself anyway. This is a favorable time to focus on activities that bring you joy and nurture your well-being. Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good week for you. The eclipse brings about a change, and it's important to embrace this with confidence and listen to your intuition, which is going to be spot on this week. Be open to unexpected opportunities that may arise, as they could have a beneficial impact on your personal life. This is a time to approach new possibilities with optimism and a willingness to adapt to positive changes. So overall, yeah, I think this is going to be a good week for you. Gemini, this is going to be a magic week for you. For the first time in nearly 2 years, Mars moves into Pisces and joins Venus, Saturn, and Neptune in your 10th house of career and ambition. But wait, Fortuna is also in Pisces, making this a great time to launch big projects, apply for that new job, or take that hobby and turn it into a new career. And spoiler, this cycle lasts until April the 30th, but it's best to get something going or at least mapped out before April the 1st when Mercury goes into retrograde. Unemployed Gemini, send out those resumes and applications now. It's time to land that dream job. Self-employed and gig working Geminis, yeah, this is the time also to put new ideas out there, contact people from the past and say, hey, this is what I'm doing and you need me. And guess what? They probably will. With all of this going on, we have the eclipse in Libra highlighting your relationships. So while you're fired up about your career and things are really accelerating and transforming for you, you may need to take a breath and check in with your partner or close friends. They could be feeling left out or ignored. So really check in with them and just update them on what's going on. And their input will also be valuable. Singles will be busy this week networking and perhaps meeting that right person at the right time, romantically as well. So an excellent week for Gemini. Take full advantage of this magic. Cancer, this year's only Libra full moon, which is also the lunar eclipse, will land in your domestic 4th house for several weeks and could transform this part of your life for the next 6 months even. This is the midway eclipse in a 2-year series across the Libra-Aries axis that began on April the 20th of last year. It's been highlighting matters involving your home and your family. Big changes are in store, and you've probably been feeling it for a while building up. You've probably moved, or you're in the process of moving, and you may be mending fences with your family, or you may be setting better boundaries and cutting them out of your life. But these big changes are what's needed, though, to bring you closure and peace of mind. Ending toxic relationships, whether with family, friends, coworkers, or romantic, will also help you let go some of the mental baggage that you're carrying and some of the guilt around toxic emotions. Letting go of this is actually what you need to move forward, although it's going to be uncomfortable. Partnered Cancers could talk things out and end up planning a party, a home renovation, or just redecorating to change up the vibe. Most single Cancers will be too busy to really date much this week, although things are shifting and you're starting to think more about long-term relationships. Most Cancers will be planning a summer trip or vacation, and overall, it is a good week for you. The energy is kind of heavy, but it's things that need to be addressed, and you know this. This is not a surprise at all. So overall, like I say, a pretty good week. Enjoy yourself, Cancer. Leo, what an interesting week. This week we see you working on personal connections and unveiling more creative projects. You'll have a week of inspiration and clarity around what you want to create and the drive to at least begin these amazing projects. Also, get ready for a major upgrade. On the 25th of March, this year's only Libra full moon, which is also the lunar eclipse, charges up your third house of collaboration, sharing, and local happenings. This is the midpoint in a 2-year eclipse series that began on April the 20th, 2023, and has been activating the Libra-Aries axis. Eclipses bring transformation as they illuminate things that have been concealed. So it's possible you've missed a golden opportunity and now you're going to have another shot at it. So get really clear on what you want to manifest, and what is really just a distraction from getting you closer to your ultimate goals. And chances are very good you'll have an opportunity out of the blue, maybe within the next 6 weeks, maybe this week. So it's going to be an interesting time. The Libra energy highlights relationships as well, and the need for equality and respect. So if you're in a relationship that's turned toxic, it could be time to walk away. Talk is key now, and you're a master of clarity and communication. It's time to talk things through for better or worse and get to the heart of the matter, and then make decisions based on what you find out. In healthy relationships, you grow closer to your partner. And singles may meet interesting people this week, but overall you're too busy and focused on other things to really start anything new. So overall it's a very intense, fast-paced week for Leos, but very productive. Virgo, this is your weekly forecast. With the energy of the eclipse, your emotions are going to take on a more analytical flavor as well, and it's time for you actually to investigate your feelings around certain situations and certain people. How much of it is logical and how much of it is just your intuition telling you that things aren't really what they seem to be. So I think this is going to be a week where you work on sorting your feelings around your work, your coworkers, your relationships with frenemies, your relationship with family, and of course your romantic relationship. So much has happened in the last 3 years that Virgo is still kind of reeling from all these changes. You're doing well. You're doing very well. Don't get me wrong. But still, this is a lot of change and transformation to process. And on the one hand, you're doing better than you have in a very long time. But on the other, you know you're not where you want to be. This is a time when you probably feel guilty too for not doing enough or being that super parent or that super daughter, that super son, that super worker, whatever. But stop criticizing yourself and stop reacting to your feelings. This is a good time to journal out what you're feeling. Be sure and journal your dreams, because they're going to have lots of insights into the bigger picture of what's going on with you. And this is a time to really remember that your feelings can be beneficial, yes, but also they can make you suffer. So really get clear on what your intuition is telling you, what your feelings are telling you, and what your logic is telling you. And then sort through these issues by being really clear on what you want moving forward. Like, why are you accepting subpar relationships? Why are you putting up with people who don't seem to have any boundaries? Why are you settling for less than the best relationships? So it's going to be a very introverted week for you, but a lot of changes are possible once you come to terms with these situations. So I know that, like I say, you're at a better place than you've been in a very long time. So this is the perfect timing for you to address these issues and move forward. Have a great week. Scorpio. Yeah, this is going to be a week of weeks for you. Scorpio will feel much more creative and inspired this week as you dive back into art, music, and creating. For people working in creative fields, clear your calendar to take full advantage of this time and finish that novel, write that play or musical masterpiece. But the creative energy doesn't stop there. Engagements, pregnancies, and new relationships are in the works for Scorpios. And by the end of April, we see major positive life changes happening for you. Single Scorpions will be empowered now and looking for love. Just make sure you don't come on too strong. You know what you want now and you're ready to seize the moment, but the other person may be distracted or may not actually even know that you are feeling amorous towards them, because this has been more of a friendship. Now it's changing. So just kind of tone it down a little bit. Couples are feeling very romantic as well. Planning a weekend getaway or a romantic dinner will be amazing. amazing. This is a week of really good energy, and I do advise you to take full advantage of it and spend time with your loved ones, work through issues with your family. If there's some small, minor disagreements, get out there and date and create. Overall, you're feeling happier and more inspired all week long. Have a great week and enjoy yourself. Libra, this is a time of deep transformation for you, and it's about you getting clear on what's really important too. So you're going to feel your intuition take off to new heights this week with the eclipse in your sign. You're going to continue to also feel overworked and generally overwhelmed because there's a big lesson there. If you feel like you're losing ground and getting behind on projects both at home and work, it could be because you're exhausted. But bit by bit, you'll accomplish something significant if you dial down the stress and go easy on yourself. It's important this week to take breaks, squeeze in cat naps, and meditation sessions, or creative activities that restore your energy. Once again, I'm going to say it, you can't pour from an empty cup. And you've been running on overwhelm for, 5 years, and now it's really starting to catch up with you. You're irritable at home, you don't feel like doing things with your friends, family, children, you just want to curl up into a ball and cry because you're just so overwhelmed. So it's really time for you to slow down and put your needs first on that never-ending to-do list. And I know that can feel wrong, especially because you're probably the caregiver, the nurturer, the person that gets everything else done for everyone but yourself in your family or in your tribe. You may be that friend that plans all the parties, rounds everyone up, and just makes it fabulous for everyone. But what about you? Who takes care of you? And if someone is trying to take care of you, why are you pushing them away? So this is a time of deep work for you. What needs to be edited, what needs to be put in place, what needs to be let go of, and why you feel like you must hustle and work nonstop. So the eclipse will highlight what is out of balance and in need of serious attention. So while that can be kind of ominous, it's something you need to get back in balance and to restore your health as well. So it's good stuff, although it's going to feel overwhelming because you're not going to want to deal with it. But schedule in downtime now to make the most of this, and you will be so much better off by the end of April because you will have put these boundaries in place and you're going to feel better, and then everything is going to run so much smoother. So don't shy away from this, Libra. Take this seriously and get back in balance. Sagittarius. Monday marks the year's only Libra full moon, and it falls in your 11th house of community, friendships, and technology. The full moon can shine light on a pet project you've been working on for some time, not just for the last 30 days, but maybe even for the last couple of years. It's probably very close to completion if you haven't already completed it and maybe haven't unveiled it yet. But the eclipse is also likely to highlight hidden truths, secrets, and issues that maybe were swept under the rug. So if you created this project, if you finished it but didn't display it, didn't launch it, the reason why is likely to come forward. Best to address it before the week is over so that it doesn't blindside you. This is the midway eclipse in a 2-year series across the Libra-Aries axis, which began in April 20th of 2023. It's a powerful time in the long-running transformation of so many parts of your life. So much is happening for you that it at times can just seem really overwhelming. The Libra energy will highlight your need for teamwork and moving closer to your dream life. You would rather either delegate stuff or just do it on your own. But to move forward at this stage, you're going to have help. The Pluto-Venus semi-square could also leave you angry and irritable at home, especially if your partner isn't pulling their weight. Be mindful of your words and talk things through rather than attacking. Singles are the center of attention now, but really are involved in other things, so you may not notice this new face that just showed up. But you probably will be much closer to this person by the end of April. Overall, a very busy and productive week for a Sag. Capricorn, your weekly horoscope from March the 25th to March the 31st is interesting. It's a great week actually for Capricorn, and it's time you get serious about your career and work-life balance. You're going to have a week of inspiration and clarity around what you want to create and also where you want to be at this time next year and maybe in the next 5 years. You're also getting ready for a major upgrade. On the 25th of March, the year's only Libra full moon, which is also a lunar eclipse, charges up your 10th house of career, ambition, and success. This could be one of those big changes in your career that you've been hoping for. We're midway through this 2-year eclipse series across the Libra Aries axis. So this midpoint may bring you much delayed raises, promotions, or the offer for a new job. Over the next 4 weeks, we're going to see you manifest some very long-held dreams around abundance and wealth. You may be presented with multiple opportunities right now, but you can only take on so much. So what will you choose? So this is a good time to get really clear on what's important to you. A raise and promotion sounds very good, but if you're really stressed out over your current company's drama and toxic work environment, maybe it's time to send out resumes and investigate other monetary resources. Because even getting a raise and promotion, you're probably still going to be involved in this toxic workplace. So it might be time to look elsewhere. Also on Monday, the semi-square between Pluto and Venus. If someone owes you money and they seem to be dodging you or not returning your phone calls and not showing up like they're supposed to, now is the time to find out what's going on with them. This begins a very interesting time for Capricorn with golden opportunities and job offers and positive changes around wealth and money. So enjoy this, make the most of it, Capricorn. Aquarius. With the sun in Aries, and especially at the beginning of this period at the spring equinox, it seems like all of nature really responds with a big leap forward in personal growth. Not only is the grass growing, but also your goals, your intentions, and your zest for life is coming back. So this is time for you to get really clear on what you want and even demand it, as there are opportunities now that will put themselves in your path for extreme growth. You're struggling with letting go some ideas of the past about your place in the world, who you should be dating, where you should be at this stage in your life. You're struggling with those types of issues. And right now, everyone is more inclined to be dynamic and go-getter anyway. But the energy of the eclipse lends us the ability to be a little bit more introspective. Rather than pushing forward, maybe this is a time to think about what's worked in the past, what didn't work, and where you want to go from here in all your relationships. How can you be a better parent? How can you be a better daughter or a better son? How can you move forward at work without it taking over your life? And where do you want to be in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? So it's a lot of heavy thinking, but this is the best time for you to do it. You're feeling this hugely transformative energy, plus the Aries energy, plus the spring equinox energy. So you're at a great stage in your life to make massive change. Don't shy away from it this week. Have a great week, Aquarius. Hey Pisces, can you feel that positive energy flowing? On the 22nd of March, Mars returned to your sign for the first time in 2 years. It will stay in Pisces until April the 30th. With this planet joining Venus, Saturn, Neptune, and Fortuna in your sign, this is your time to shine. What do you want to create? What do you want to manifest? Where do you want to take all this energy? What do you want to do to change your circumstances and to change the world? You have so many great ideas, but you need to really narrow your focus now to only one or two. Go over your journals, find the projects that really align with your soul and what you want to focus on, and then go all in. This is your time to take action. While this is taking center stage, the eclipse is highlighting a broken or toxic relationship. Listen to your intuition and edit your friends list now. You know who adds value and brings sunshine into your life, as well as who's exhausting to be with. So it's past time to set clear boundaries and really work on being more present with your self-care as well, because if not, you can expect flare-ups and constant drama from these people all year long, and it's just too much. You don't have time for it, and plus you have too many great projects to focus on. You don't want to be sucked into petty drama, backstabbing, or just other people's crap. So you've worked really hard to get to where you are now. This is the next step in your transformation and evolution of being the best version of you. So this is a great week for you. Ride that momentum and really get stuff done. Have a great week, Pisces. Thank you so much for joining me for this weekly forecast. And I'm sorry it's a little bit late. I've been teaching all week long. So yeah, I've just had a really busy week, but that's good. It's good stuff. I hope you like it. And if you did, let me know in the comments section below, and also let me know your sign. If you haven't already, why not consider subscribing? Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings.